What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of your views, and all of your support in general. Secondly, I wanted to bring you a group boss video on the group boss of Spec Up 31, Kingpin. So in this video, we're going to fight him twice, and it was two of the higher percentage Kingpins that I got to encounter. For this first one, I decided to go back and try a very old team. This team used to be amazing on old infiltrator group bosses, and I can tell you that it works well once again. The team we're using is Sabretooth and Deadpool. And there are a few other characters that crossed my mind as well, like Spitfire, and I can tell you from a friend, that team of Sabretooth and Spitfire works great also. One of the big keys though is Sabretooth. He is an absolute monster. If my memory serves me correctly, I do believe we fought an 83% Kingpin just before this one. Unfortunately, I didn't record it, but we dropped him to 0. So I don't see why this team, or a very similar team with Sabretooth, wouldn't take him 100% to nothing. Once again, I didn't even customize my agent. He's still using his same old PvE setup. That's in fact why in my task list video I was saying how easy this group boss appears to be. But hey, more silver for us, right? As for this team, by the end, Sabretooth's going to be hitting like a Mack truck. Plus we get Scrapper follow-up attacks, and Sabretooth joining in. So on Deadpool's turn, feel free to use Bang Bang Bang, and then he'll use Sharp Pointy Things as a follow-up. The henchmen that Kingpin has as an infiltrator can be a little bit annoying because of their Protect, but you can easily take them down. Speaking of which, my agent's going to finish the final one right now. Then Sabretooth can really get to work. We'll start by using his Brutal Slash, and he gets a follow-up Claw Strike. Or excuse me, Claw Swipe. We also get a Relentless Rapier follow-up and a +1 like. Then as the battle goes on, Sabretooth will only get more vicious. So first of all, we'll wait through a few very weak attacks from the group boss. He tries to open hand slap our Sabretooth, and he won't take kindly to that. Deadpool is going to set up his big move and help out Sabretooth with a no holds barred and Sharp Pointy Things. My agent continues to join in as well. Then speaking of setup moves, we're also going to go ahead and use the Improbability Field. That's about it for my agent though. In fact, I don't even think he's going to be needed after this. Sabretooth once again will use his level 2, and it does very large damage. Then a follow-up, and the Rapier. Alright, well now even though Deadpool doesn't do quite the damage he used to, he's still going to pretty easily take 11% off the group boss. And so yeah, it's been a while since we saw Happy to See You, but it's still one of my favorite moves in the game. So here we go. That incredible gun, rubber ducky and all. And with that, we do get right around 171,000 damage. Okay, 195,000. Plus 1 times boomerang lockboxes. So now we're going to move on to another class, and we'll also talk about the classes not featured. For the Tactician Kingpin, I found that I liked bringing in Hogan and Fandral, another former group boss favorite team up. I will say in this one the minions are very annoying, but if you have a Bruiser agent with the Elite EISO, you're going to get so much escutcheon, he'll single-handedly dismantle the group boss. So that's certainly going to be a big part of it. But with Hogan and Fandral, you'll definitely want to finish those minions. If the henchmen stay alive, they're going to be a huge thorn in your side. As for this group boss, he did begin with 66% health, so a little bit higher. And we're going to take him down to 0. Now as for the other bosses, you could always use Fixer. He's going to blow someone up almost every time. You could even try to bring out Iron Man for his Unibeam, or even go with the follow-up attack team of Rocket and Spidey Noir. Although I know this group boss does reduce that damage. What I did against the Bruiser was I brought in Nova and the amazing Spider-Woman, and they do a lot of damage. Nova's really sick, especially with his custom ISO. Another team that I tried against the Blaster was Cyclops as a tactician and Hulk. So Age of Ultron Hulk as a tactician. Now I didn't face any really high health Blaster Kingpins, so they did finish him off every time. There's a lot of really great tacticians though, so that really shouldn't be a problem. You could even try Iron Man as a tactician with his Unibeam, and then just have teammates that restore his stamina. Another really great build for your agent is to bring in the Horseman set. The No Mercy will end up doing a lot of damage. Oh, and just to let you know, the only time I changed my agent's class was against the Blaster, and I switched to the Tactician Safeguard suit. But admittedly, I have been pretty lazy against this group boss because he hasn't been a huge challenge. In the future, I may try Hyperion, I may try Nurkod, Skirn, Captain Marvel, Vision. There's a bunch of different characters I'd like to try. It's a lot funner than just using Fixer. Who knows, maybe Kamala Khan and her level 9 could deliver a really big blow. Anyways though, what I'm saying is there's a lot of options, it just depends on what you're trying to do. If you just want as much silver as possible, you already have your answers. One of the easiest things though that I have noticed is having an agent with the Bruiser suit and the Elite EISO is going to make that damage really add up by the end. That's going to go for pretty much any bruiser out there. So think of someone like Sandman with his barricaded EISO. He already does big damage, so getting 10 stacks of escutcheon as well as grit, yeah, he's going to really hurt someone. What I may do is try to get a collage of all my biggest hits with various characters, and then maybe we'll make some sort of montage. Who knows, I may include that in my Spec Op wrap-up video, which I'm really going to try to make this time. It was an amazing suggestion, and so we'll try to keep track of things and work on that for the end of the Spec Op. As for Kingpin, you're now seeing the serious damage coming from my agent, and before long, his health's going to be gone. So yeah, maybe this team was less about Hogan and Fandral, and more about that Bruiser Elite EISO agent. But imagine these two and then maybe the Horseman set. The No Mercy would be hitting so hard right now. I'll definitely make sure to try that out during my next wave of Kingpins, which hopefully will come soon. As for this one, he's about finished. Especially when you see what my agent's going to do for a counterattack. Well, I mean, there's a 31k follow-up rapier hit that wasn't even a crit. And now, after the wind-up, he's going to take bleed damage, absorb energy, and a 59,000 damage counter. So that's the end of our second fight against Kingpin, and just a few of my suggestions against this group boss. I hope it helped. I once again want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and a safe holiday weekend. Finally, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.